New York Knicks postgame.
Texting. Roger that. Talk to me, Goose.
Man.
Dude, we're in Philly, and the blast radius is still can't be measured. Philadelphia. Well, there's parts of them over there, and there's some of them over there, and we ain't found that part yet, and hope we don't. But anyway, it's probably singed too. Anyway, welcome back to IDD, a special Sunday night edition. Knicks post game, Knicks Sixers post game.
Sunday birthday bong edition.
Sunday birthday bong edition. Yeah, you should see this baby. Oh man. But anyway,
happy early birthday!
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Had a lot of fun last night. It was a great time with great people, and the food was. Oh man. I really didn't eat all day. I had like a nice Isogenics bar, and that was it. And I barely got that down. So anyway, it was a great time to be had by all. But we are here tonight because the New York Knicks have Philadelphia in the corner, and that ain't Rocky.
Rocky ain't walking through those doors.
Rick Brunson.
He's imaginary.
Jalen Brunson turned in the greatest playoff performance in Knicks history. Actually, I'm sorry, did he tie him? He tied Bernard King. Tonight, Bernard had 40, or if he was
1 point better.
47, he broke it.
Bernard was 46.
Yeah, 46.
10 assists.
10 assists. And when his teammates faltered, he kept them in it.
One turnover.
He had one turnover. So I think Joel, it's safe to say we know who the better guard is. Not that we didn't already.
Right.
In the event, this is Tom's moment, so I'm going to shut the hell up, let him have the floor. But an exciting win today for the Knicks. They go back home up 3-1. Take it away, redoubtable one. By the way, I'm a highly questionable one. Welcome back.
Ronald Miliaccio. Mm-hmm. So it's funny you bring that up about Maxey because my boy Mike, who's the Heat fan, he texted in that group chat with me, him and Joel, I might have been wrong. And it was funny.
No, not mine.
You're wrong.
Not mine.
You're wrong.
No. But we told you that a week ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay,
anyway, you have the floor.
So here's what I will say about the Knicks, and like as a team, and also this performance. Like, this is the type of fucking team that makes me want to go to work in the morning. Like, I fucking love them for that. Okay, they like inspired me not to be lazy today. I can't tell you that I've had that many teams that made me feel like that. Like, literally they won and I was like, you need to mow the lawn, dude. Like, after watching what they went through and how hard they fucking tried to win that game.
You need to do something with your life.
Dude, exactly. It was inspirational. And I love that team for this. And I think that is going to be my moniker for this team. They make me want to get up and go to work in the morning because they just fucking outworked Philly in the fourth quarter. That's what they did. Philly gave them 3, maybe 4 possessions to each of their 1 in the last 6 minutes of that game. And because that, it was like Philly didn't score for 6 minutes, at least from the floor. Of course, Embiid shot foul shots because, dear God. But so this is one where they were wrong about Brunson. They were also wrong about Thibodeau not being the best coach.
Still
because when you look at how they changed the defense, especially, Hartenstein gets his 5th foul, and you think, okay, he's got to go to the bench for at least 8 minutes. No, he went to the bench for the rest of the game because Precious Achiuwa and OG Anunoby started guarding Mr.
Embiid.
Dirty Embiid.
And dirty is the operative word.
Yes. Dirty is thy name.
Yes.
Okay. Once they started doing that and OG and Precious were switching screens and denying him the ball, it was amazing. And the Knicks weren't really shooting well. So there were times where Philly didn't hit a field goal for 6 minutes, but it felt like we got nothing. But that's just the way the game went. Dante DiVincenzo didn't have a great game, but he hit 2 key threes right in a row. The Knicks were down by double digits twice in this game, and I was a nervous fucking wreck while that was happening. But Brunson had his best game offensively and efficiency-wise. I know Oubre was talking shit about how many shots he took, saying that 47 wasn't a big deal. But when you look at the percentage, he was 18 for 34. He shot over 50% from the floor. So I think that's efficient.
Yeah.
So when they asked Oubre, like, oh, how tough is it to guard, Jalen Brunson? He scored 47. He looked down at the stat sheet and he goes, 34 shots?
34 shots.
He was like, anybody with that many shots is going to score that. Problem is he also had 10 assists, only 1 turnover. And he needs to do that much scoring. He's the only real scoring option on the fucking team. And Oubre knows that. I think he said that just because he was a little bitter. Because he started backtracking and saying the right things. But it's not about Kelly Oubre. It's about the Knicks. Dude, undermanned. I think they only went 7 deep today, basically. Because you fucking knocked Mitchell Robinson out of this game. And then Bogdanovich had his foot rolled up on. So, boom, there's 2 bench guys.
So you say the rotation was only 7 today, huh?
Yeah.
Gee, I guess it's a good thing he ran the shit out of him during the season and got him
Exactly.
to do this.
Exactly. So Precious Achua comes in.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, wait, I did. I'm sorry. I did. Sorry.
Yes,
anyway.
we talked about that several times.
Yes.
About how good it was for...
How much better a coach he is. That there. Again, why does he push him so hard? Because he knows in the playoffs, guys have... You don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. Injuries, foul trouble. Russell Westbrook got thrown out of a game, for Christ's sake. You don't know what's going to happen. But all you guys got to be in primo shape because you may only be able to go 7 deep one night.
Yeah.
And if they're not in condition, you're fucked. Okay? Especially as a team like Philadelphia. Anyway, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I know you had to take your victory lap on that, but you're right. You did say that. And Thibodeau talked about that after the game. He was like, this has been our story all year, and he talked about how when those guys went down, when Randall went down, when OG went down, he said Dante grew, Deuce McBride grew, and now like both of those guys hit big shots in this game. And man, when Brunson was going to the hole on those motherfuckers, his mid-range game, he hit a shot over Joel Embiid with the shot clock winding down that bounced on every fucking part of the rim and went in. Yep. It was awesome. All the while, Richard Jefferson was hating like a little bitch. I can't stand hearing him do a Knick game. He hates the Knicks. He's a former Net.
Yeah, he's definitely had bitter for breakfast.
Luckily, we had the play-by-play guy, Rucco, who's actually a New Yorker, so he kind of balanced it out. Because he was trying to say things like, oh, actually, on second glance, it looks like Embiid did step on Josh Hart on purpose. And then Richard Jefferson's like, I can't judge intent. We are not here to judge intent. And I was like, how about you just give your fucking opinion? And stop being a fucking...
The guy who didn't get thrown out for doing that the first time, trying to hurt somebody, did it again. And tried to make it look like he didn't mean to do it.
Exactly.
Worst acting job I've ever seen in my fucking life. He looked right at the...
What was that double clutch onto his fucking shin? Dude, but Josh Hart didn't give a fuck. He still went out there and got more rebounds. Josh Hart... only guy you'll ever know that'll score 20 one night, score 4 the next, and he's just as impactful when he scored the 20.
Dude, and listen, Kyle Lowry, what the dude? Just fucking.
His antics are horseshit.
His antics are awful. I mean, they are. And the thing is, you can see it coming, and it's what you
from
think,
a mile away.
It's like here, at any moment now, and he does it, and these man. Guy's been only 18 years. You haven't figured his act out yet?
Dude, did you see the play where they were running a screen? Embiid actually trips Brunson. Brunson falls down. Lowry sees him fall, jumps forward, pretends to trip over him, and they award him 3 shots on a 3-point foul. Who makes that call?
Listen.
It was embarrassing.
It's embarrassing because you see it. You see him doing this. Going,
that wasn't even close. Like you can't argue any other. And Richard Jefferson goes, the wily veteran. He sees Brunson. Shut up! That is such a bullshit play.
The ultimate cheater.
God, the ultimate cheater. I mean,
oh my God.
The fact that you're telling me if there's a guy on the ground, I can run up to him and trip over him, and he fouled me.
Apparently so.
Like I don't have to get out of the way of people.
I listen. It didn't matter. And this is what I was trying to.
That's the beauty of it.
I was trying to explain to Joel. At the end of the day, it wasn't going to matter because the team they're playing is better deeper, better coached, and their best player is better than your best player right now.
Mm.
Now, if Embiid's 100%, and by the way, wink, 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 he's pretty fucking close. Okay, for you slow people out there who ignored the 50-point outburst, today, some of the shit he was doing. Then he goes down. He grabs us like he's been hit by a car.
Dude, and then he's up several times.
Yeah,
it's played out.
It's
completely played out.
He's lost.
You called that.
I've lost all respect for him.
Dude, Skip Bayless actually said something about that too. Who I usually don't agree with.
He said the injury, he's had it, and a massage isn't going to.
Right. He was just saying it seems like it's a production.
Yeah. If you've had the injury, you know what's going to. So I mean.
So it's not like we're saying the guy is 100%, but we're also just saying like
he's not 50.
Right.
I don't think he's 70. I think he's probably 80 to 85%.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The shit he's doing. Now the only thing is he's not contesting anything on defense. Is that because
for a guy with one leg, he was pretty good at keeping Brunson in front of him anyway.
That's true.
Brunson did get that one over him.
That was an amazing shot and good defense.
He was running away from the basket. Mm-hmm. And threw it up. He's
a big challenge.
It hit the front of its rim. It hit the top of the backboard. It dropped. I was like, wow, soft touch. But that's what it took to get. Embiid was moving around pretty good for it. You should have seen that 3 or 4 times he got caught in the switch.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm telling you right now, if he was on one leg, there's no way.
Dude, there was one where I thought Brunson tweaked Embiid's knee on a little cross because he gave him all that fucking. You know when he goes in there and he gives him shoulders and head fakes.
Yep.
I thought Embiid tweaked his knee, but again, to your point, I think he just grabs it any time he does anything. He holds his knee.
There's such a. I really don't know when this started. I want to say the mid to late '90s when this started to happen, but now it's become a regular thing. These fucking antics every time they over dramatize it, and I'm not talking about the media. It's the fucking players. I mean, it's rare you see one that doesn't. And sometimes okay, but most of the time, no. So,
the bitching and moaning about fouls too.
Yeah, Luka was awful in the second game today. We'll get into that in a minute.
It's getting out of hand in every series. The Knicks do it too.
This is the Knicks Sixers segment. Look, here's the thing, Joel. Because there's no way I was not going to throw this in your face. Just donkeyism at its finest. If you're not even paying attention to the media on this, then you really can't say what you're saying, because the media had been building up Brunson for 2 months because of what he was doing. They were trying to almost talk him into the MVP race, and because he was playing that well.
Yeah.
And if you just turned on TV, a sport, you probably would have heard this. That never happened with Maxey.
No.
Never. So forget looking at numbers. I can give you numbers all day long.
They got the 7 seed.
Yeah. And as far as the coaching thing, here's the fun fact I'll let you in on. Coach of the Year awards. Hurst, 0. Spoelstra, 1. Thibodeau, 2.
You mean Nurse?
Nurse, 0.
No.
Spoelstra, 1.
I thought you said Hurst.
No, Nurse.
My bad. I was like, who the fuck is Hurst?
Nurse.
No, I got it.
So he has 0. Spoelstra has 1. Thibodeau, who's coached 2 years less than the league's head coach than him, has 2. Coach of the Year awards. But what do I know? Just the fact. I just know the facts. Just the facts. Facts of the case.
When did Tibbs get it? Both on Chicago?
I think so. Yeah.
Where else did he coach? Anywhere else?
Chicago, Minnesota.
Coach? Minnesota. Yeah, that's right.
So
he might have gotten one in Minnesota. No?
He may have. I forget. I don't remember the years, but
who did he have in Minnesota? Did he have KG?
No, KG was long gone. This is 2000 and like.
So he had like Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah,
and those guys?
he had talent. He has talent.
Oh, and he had Butler out there too.
Mm-hmm. But look, the thing is this: the Knicks are the second best team in the East. Mm-hmm. They're legitimately the second, and I think it's a wider gap than he realizes. Because if Joel Embiid scores 50 on you, you lose. I'll tell you that right now. But the Knicks didn't lose. So.
Well, he didn't score 50.
I'm saying that's not. I'm just saying, like, after a game like that, what I meant to say was you don't come back the next game and do what they did, unless you're the Knicks.
Oh, you mean after what happened in Game 3 where he went off?
The way that went on, I mean, the Knicks didn't flinch.
Yeah.
They didn't flinch. They stayed with them literally the entire game. Every time they try to pull away, the Knicks pulled them back in. I'm telling you,
it was impressive. Man.
They are the better team. It's just
but why do you think they get in the holes?
Because I think unless Brunson, they really don't have the firepower to jump on teams. If Randall was there, maybe, but without him, they have a balanced attack. But they can't just come out and wallop you in the mouth like that because they can't hit you from everywhere. They get into a rhythm, then all of a sudden
they get some threes in there.
They did, yeah, but I'm saying they're not a team that comes out and does. They've never been. That's just not who they are.
I mean, they had a lot of blowouts this year.
Again, they had the slow. Think about the stat I gave you before the series started. They have this. They play at the slowest pace in the league. If you're constantly walking the ball up the floor playing half-court basketball, you're not going to just run away from teams. Because runs happen like when you turn into a track meet and they start missing, you come down, you hand a couple of threes in transition, and then they'll get back, you get an alley-oop dunk, and I think it's an 8-0 run or 10-0 run. When you're playing half-court basketball, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So
and typically when they go down, it's because they have a stretch where they just can't hit a shot.
Yeah.
And Brunson misses some, and then if he misses a couple, it's just like fuck.
Tibbs is a good enough coach that he want that's their style, but they have the ability to turn it up when they have to do that.
Yeah.
They can do it when they have to, and they've done it in this series, and that's part of the reason why they're ahead 3-1. So they're better coached. Their best player is healthy, and he's a closer.
Do the effort in the fourth quarter. Did you watch the whole fourth quarter?
I watched the whole thing. I'll tell you. But here's the other problem. I want to personally thank the Philadelphia 76ers because I guarantee you, every coach I ever coached with was hearing my voice in their heads in that fourth quarter, going, "Possession doesn't end, so you get the ball." The Knicks had possessions where they got 3. In one set 4 offensive rebounds. So basically, Philly had to play defense for like 2 minutes straight. In the fourth quarter, when they're already
bled the clock.
Bled it. So, because they didn't box out.
Yeah.
And I always tell people that if you don't box out, you can, any team, never mind a team like this, you can't give a team like this second, third, and fourth chances. That's suicide. Okay? So, it is. It's suicide. I'm always
you
on the
can't win.
Not if you do that. You give an average team that many chances they can beat you. A team like them, that's a wrap. They're going to beat you. It's a done deal. Can't do it.
And they didn't even shoot that well on a night where they're shooting.
And Hartenstein, say it right, Stephen A. Hartenstein, okay, sat the entire fourth quarter and they out-rebounded them.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I think it was a 10 rebound difference in the fourth quarter.
And he didn't play a minute.
I know.
You've got to be shitting me. So, look,
Dude, Precious and OG. Big time contributors.
OG Anunoby. Just saying.
Dude, he is just a consistent motherfucker.
From a defensive standpoint, he's starting to remind me of Dennis Rodman. I'm just going to throw it out there.
He's so much more calm than Dennis Rodman.
I think Rodman was a better rebounder. Rodman was one of the best rebounders on top. He was a jumping jack. Like Rodman was a fucking offensive rebounding machine. Like he's the best rebounder I've ever seen, quite honestly, in my life. I never saw. Now Bill Russell is considered the best. And his average like 24 for his career, whatever. But I'll tell you right now,
dude, OG on the ball.
Dennis Rodman was close. But the thing is about OG defensively, he guarded Joel Embiid. Okay, he has guarded Maxey and Embiid. With no help. Yeah. Okay? I can't stress this enough as a guy who loves defense.
But he'd start guarding him, like, at the three-point line. Maybe even, he was leaning all over him.
And let me tell you why he does that.
Oh, I know why. It was great.
But no. Forget Embiid for any big man. If you're a smaller guy and you caught the switch, you want to pick him up at the three-point line because while they're pushing and shoving to get you down to that block, what's happening to the shot clock?
Yeah, it's going down.
And that's why you hit him.
Yeah.
And again, goes back to
But also, you don't have the strength to stop him from down low.
But the point is,
keep him out.
If you're hitting him from that line all the way to the block, they're losing at least 10 seconds in the possession.
Exactly.
People don't understand that. Okay, sometimes longer because they're waiting, and eventually because of pressure, they go on a different. Then they go the other side, they get to reset it again. So depending on what the defense is doing on the ball, they may force the pass away. But if you make that guy walk down, clock's going down. Now what happens? You have to force a shot.
Oh yeah,
and that's great coaching.
Yeah, you got to lean on them.
And trust me, I know this because my father taught me to play defense like this, and the 2008 Celtics were famous for it. They're famous for it. It's what made their defense. And off terms of offensive rebounds, you didn't get them. You did not get offensive rebounds against the Celtics in 08. Nope, it was one and done. It's one and done. And that just means the opponent has to shoot a remarkable percentage to have a chance to beat you. If it's one and done every possession. People don't realize that, okay? So kudos to the Knicks because they did that undermanned and at the spot where you really couldn't afford to be undermanned at, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter because they're better.
Big block.
So
KD.
When we're talking to you, it's game 4, do or die here.
Eric Gordon.
Minnesota just went up, or rather, Phoenix, who's on the verge of elimination, down 0-3, just went up 37-34 with just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
On an Eric Gordon 3.
And they better, this is it for them. So look at LA got off the mat. Kudos to the Lakers for not quitting. And by the way, there's a fun stat I want to tell you about that one. Oh my God. Anyway, kudos to for them for not quitting, the Lakers, and hopefully Phoenix will take a cue from that and go, what are we doing? We're way too talented to suck like this.
Dude, Gobert had Devin Booker on the block, and he turned around for what was that?
That's not very smart.
Dude, back him.
Watch that line.
Oh, that bad pass.
Bad pass. Come on, it's Conley again.
Oh, Jesus, getting crowded.
No.
He didn't finish over the rim.
Oh, my God. Foul. And one.
He didn't finish over the rim.
No.
You know, like you were teaching the boys?
Yep.
He tried to come to the backboard from straight on.
Yeah, not good.
That's what cost him the bucket. He should have just booped it.
And now Tom knows why I did that. I saw it firsthand. Oh, that's why you want to. I'm just kidding.
I know why you do your things.
He knows. He understands.
I played. I know. I know that I could never do the over the fucking rim, and I always used to brick layups.
Tom's been behind the curtain.
I play basketball. I watch basketball.
I'm just joking.
Enough to know what you're talking about.
Anyway, segue. Now we had a request.
Were we not all as good as you?
We had a request that from one of our viewers about because he wanted us to do our summary, what we thought rather of the Celtics Miami Heat game yesterday, where the Celtics bum blasted him from start to finish. Right after I don't know if it was Mickey Mouse or Jimmy Butler. I couldn't tell the difference, but. One of them said the Heat were going to win the game, go up 2-1.
What
are
we talking about?
The Celtics Heat.
No, but you said something about a request.
Yeah, we had one of our viewers asked if we were going to do a post game of that. So I promised him tonight we were going to do it.
Okay.
So I didn't forget you.
Okay.
So and thank you for watching, by the way. Appreciate the support. So
Can I just say one more last thing? I didn't realize we were about to change the subject.
What?
Josh Hart, I think, had 3 blocks in that game.
He blocked Joel Embiid's 3.
He blocked No, Precious Achiuwa.
I'm sorry, it was Precious.
He threw that shit into the stand. That was great. And that came from all this help defense where they couldn't get a shot off.
They rotated very well.
Josh Hart went up on Nicholas Batum, Batum is what? Is he 6'8"?
He's not short.
Josh Hart's 6'4".
Yeah.
He met him at the top. Dude had 2 hands.
Probably 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah. Probably. And he fucking blocked him. Dude fell on his back and threw the ball out of bounds. So it was outstanding.
Yes, it was funny.
That's the last thing I'm going to say about the Knicks. Sorry, I'm excited. I love it. Let's talk Celtics.
3-1.
Because I love that too. And I know a lot of people might think I should be hating. I don't want to see the Celtics. Fuck that. I am rooting for the Celtics.
He doesn't want to see the Heat for some god-awful reason.
I can't stand the Heat.
They're dirty as fuck.
Plus, but yeah, as long as the Celtics are not playing against us, I'm going to root for them.
Well, I appreciate that.
Because I like them now.
The thing is, what happened last night, look, and he asked, the question that was posed to us on the comments was, did Spoelstra give this away? Was it was it his approach to this? And like, it wasn't. Let me explain something to you. Eric Spoelstra is so outgunned. He's already got a game. He got one more game than he should have gotten. So Eric
got the game most
he
win.
already proved he's the far superior coach, because when you look at these rosters on paper and you pluck out Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier, it's a frightening matchup on paper. There's no fucking way the Heat should be within 20 points of the Celtics. Now, in the two losses, they lost both by 20 points, ironically. So the thing is,
Meaning when the Celtics
play their game, it wasn't anything Spoelstra did, and it really, and look, I understand the players. These guys love Mazzulla because he lets them do whatever they want. So they look, Coach Press challenged us to do this, and like, first of all, why did he have to challenge you to do anything? Like that just tells us the level of donkey we're dealing with. Like the fact. So he has to tell you idiots that this team sent you home 2 of the last 4 years, and last year when you outgunned them, they beat you in Game 7 on your home court. They bum blasted you and sent you home. Did he have to remind you of that? Did you need any more motive? No, they thanked him for challenging them to be more aggressive on defense, go after it, really. And I'm going.
Is that what they said in the press conference?
Yeah, Coach Mazzulla challenged us in practice too. Really get it. And I'm like, that big giant bullshit button that you can hit? Like, I want to just fucking hit that thing, like, just constantly. I want to be in the room hitting that button.
All right,
okay,
but
just total bullshit. So the thing is,
but what if they did work on that in practice? You just think it's ridiculous that they need to be practicing that now?
They have been running that defense for an entire season. There's no fucking way that should happen. No.
So you're saying it's just an effort thing?
It's an effort thing. That's all it was. They thought that this is where and Tatum gave it away when he said human nature, almost like, what do you want? We're human. I want you to fucking sweep the underman team that kicked your ass last year, what I want. Like every other fucking Celtics fan wants, because that's what you should do to them. Shit! After the Brooklyn Nets, who didn't sweep you, beat you in 5 games on the floor, and Kyrie went and did that thing on the Leprechaun. The next year, you swept his ass in the first round because you remembered it and you were pissed off about it. Where the fuck is that same intensity now? Somebody explain that one to me, okay? 'Cause that's a fact. So this team, what they did to you was worse than what freaking Brooklyn did to you, okay? And yet. You win 1 game by 20, and you think that it's come on. Eric Spoelstra's doing the best he can with an underman team, and honestly, whatever happens in the series is not a...
Who said did Spoelstra give this up?
The guy who sent the comment he wanted to review. So what I was trying to tell him was this wasn't on Spoelstra at all. The Celtics are the far better team on paper, and this comes down to one thing: are they going to show up, or aren't they? Yeah. Because if they show up, they've done this twice to him already. And by the way, they did 3 times during the year when they put their foot on the gas. This team couldn't stay with them. Couldn't stay with him. Hasn't been able to do it. So,
dude, when your 2 best players are out, okay, which the Heats are, and even if the 2 best players were in there, you still have a better team?
Yeah, they swept you with those guys.
Yeah, then you can't put any of that on Spo.
But here's the thing, here's what's funny. The Celtics at one point had a lead of 29 points, 1 by 20, okay? They did it shooting 29% from the 3-point line. So they shot horrible, and they did that to you. Mm-hmm. So the first game they beat you by 20, they hit 22 threes. This game they hit 9 and they beat you by 20 because they can win. I want you to hear this, America. This is why I get mad at them, because they can win in a multitude of ways if they just have the right mindset.
Yep. And when one's not working, they can go to the other.
They literally can lock you down and go, you're not doing that tonight. Yeah. And look, yes, the Heat are missing those guys that we're talking about, but Tyler Hero's no scrub, and neither is Bam Adebayo, and neither is the kid Caleb Martin. They've got some guys.
They've all been in battles.
They've all been in playoff battles with this. They're battle tested. This is not a bunch of rookies and one vet. No. No. So the Celtics have beaten them by 20 in 2 vastly different styles. One was they bombed them to death, like the U.S. Navy, okay, and 2, they played defense, okay? They played defense like the U.S. Army. So
no, U.S. Army plays offense.
They also play good defense, exceptional defense. Anyway, the point is, this was about the Celtics showing up. It had nothing to do with Spoelstra. Spoelstra has none. He got his 1 in. The only way now Spoelstra's going to have an impact further is if Mazzulla falls asleep at the wheel again. So
next game's tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, 7:00.
And that's game 4.
That's game 4. If they win that, it's 3-1 going back to Boston.
With a chance to just
close
put it away in 5.
Gentlemen sweep.
Which is what they need to do.
They better.
Yeah.
This goes 6 there. Oh, baby.
It's just a waste for them.
There's no way this should happen.
Don't waste your time.
You're trying to minimize your chances of getting hurt. The more games you got to play, the more chances are someone's going to get hurt.
Jeez.
Yeah, he got to, So Minnesota's throwing their weight around, trying to.
Is he bleeding or is he just touching his face?
This is
He got 3 rebounds on this play.
1, 2, and then it's mauled. That's a playoff foul.
He was just beasting
He was
on
like,
them.
get the. By the way, this is his head. So.
It was a good foul.
Yep,
but he came across his head, though.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Jesus.
That should be a flagrant 1, actually.
Might be.
It might be.
But he went through the ball, so that might change it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. The Celtics have a chance to go 3-1 tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. Also tonight, real quick, Indiana went up 3-1 on Milwaukee. Again, Milwaukee didn't have Lillard or Giannis. They're
and then
toast.
Bobby Portis got ejected.
Yeah, he got thrown.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean,
come on, man.
Talk about lack of awareness.
The game was actually close at that time.
It was, and but again, that just. Bobby Portis. You're a veteran.
He's too old for that.
You're a veteran. You don't do shit like that. But again,
it's too important.
Yeah. So Russell Westbrook pulled the same shit the other day.
Yeah, that was weird.
Segueing into that,
they won.
They tell you what, that was the game.
I was shocked.
That was the game of the playoffs.
I was mowing the lawn.
It was almost as good as yours.
Tell me about it.
Well, Dallas. Not Dallas. Fucking
Clippers.
The Clippers go up 31 points.
Oh, in
the second, in the first half.
And what was happening? They were raining threes?
Dallas just went on this was a heavyweight. I said this could have been the best series in the first round. I think I'm going to be right about it. Because
when you think about
Dallas came all the way back. And by the way, I'm going to say something just to prove I'm fair. And this is going to hurt, but I'm going to say anyway. 2 guys that I have many times blasted on this show, but today I actually have to sing their praises because I have to be. Then I try to be fair. James Harden and Kyrie Irving played 2 of the best fucking games I have seen in a long, long time. These 2 went at each other like fucking bird and magic. It was fucking, and they just made big shot after big shot after big, and you knew they were getting the ball, and it just, and the 2 of them, and they were just the way in their games, like Harden with these floaters, Kyrie with these sick crossovers, it's just ridiculous.
Did his handle?
Yeah, just ridiculous.
He's one of the best handlers ever.
He is. And again, I'm thinking since they won that Game 7 for the world, they won the championship. This is probably the second best playoff game I've ever seen him play.
You mean with Cleveland?
Yeah, when he lit up Steph Curry in that fourth quarter,
the game winner.
Yeah, the game winner. That's the best playoff game I ever saw him play. Tonight was not far behind,
but they lost.
They lost because James Harden
was that much better.
No, they were. It was, dude. This was a heavyweight fight. Harden made like 1 play at the end. Because it's almost like he got the ball last, kind of. Yeah.
But how'd they go down 30?
Because Paul George was the other one. Paul George, first half, he didn't. I think he missed 1 shot. He was 9 for 10.
Oh wow!
And he had like 26 points.
Why does Paul George seem so old?
Dude, I don't know.
Same with Kawhi. Same with Harden.
They all came out early. They've been around forever.
Are they all in their mid-30s or no?
Kawhi is 32.
Okay.
George, I think, is 33.
Okay.
Harden's 34.
Jeez. So they have all been around for more than, what,
a decade.
10, 12 years?
Yeah. So, and the thing is,
13.
In that fourth quarter, Harden and George, George hit a shot. Dallas actually takes the lead. They come back, they took the lead.
After being down 31?
They get up by one.
How much time left?
It was like in the last 2 minutes. Listen to this. So here's what happens. So they go up by like 2, under 3 minutes. Paul George, who was just as cold in the second half as hot as he was in the first half, gets the ball. They try to get him on an over, like a lob play from the sideline. They threw it across the court. He got his hands up, but he dropped it. So he almost went out of bounds. He dribbles it out to 3-point line. Now the guy's got him one-on-one. Mm-hmm. He takes 2 dribbles to the left, jumps back into the corner. 3-pointer, falling out of bounds, swish. As the shot clock hit 0. The shot clock. He's trying to beat the shot clock. I'm like, are you fucking the shot? Kyrie Irving came down the lane.
Hold on, who hit that shot?
That was George. That was Paul George.
That was Paul George. Okay.
Kyrie Irving, the next play, the play before it, comes down the lane, right? He's going to his left. There's 2 guys here. He tries to split them. A third guy comes up, so he's got the ball. There's 3 of them like this. He double clutches as he's falling down and throws it up right hand. All 4 of them fall to the floor, and the ball goes through the fucking hoop. It was fucking ridiculous. I'm like, fucking ridiculous. I was like,
Remember that game winner he hit like at the end of the regular season?
Yeah.
Lefty.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
thing?
remember the one. Oh my God, you fucking
I was
kidding
like, what the fuck?
me? Left from like 15 feet out.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lefty.
And it was like over somebody
yeah,
too.
it was over a big man.
Was it?
He got caught in
Jokic.
the switch. It was Jokic.
He's had a really great year.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And he hasn't made a lot of headlines.
No,
Bullshit.
he has actually done his job, and that's why I'm singing both their praises today, because they both shut the fuck up and they're doing their jobs.
Yeah.
And it was what those two did in the fourth quarter was epic. Well, it was epic.
I missed it,
So Harden just made one more. Harden, those two of those lefty floaters, those things are amazing.
dude.
That's a hard shot. He makes that look easy.
He's still really good.
He's incredible. Offensively, he is. Yeah. And he proved it in this fourth quarter, because the thing is, like, he had 31. Paul George had 32.
Oh, no. Bad pass.
Kyrie had 36. I mean, it was ridiculous. And
good
nice
pass.
Yep, good pass.
Dude, Joel tried to tell me that the Sixers were better this year than last year. And I was like, you lost James Harden, bro.
You lost a league MVP. How are you better?
And honestly, I was saying that because I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I remember you being like,
you lost
whatever
a
you
league-
think James Harden is, he's an MVP.
Yeah, they have a higher seed than you in the
Yeah.
okay, the Clippers, because of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In maybe a tougher conference.
He made definitely. Okay, he made that team better in a tougher conference, and he's a year older. So don't tell me you got better, because if they play you in a series, they'll kick your ass too. So the thing is,
Grayson Allen's
out too.
leading 3-point
In
shooter.
the league, yeah, he's not playing. They need him.
That's tough.
Bad. They need to get him back. So
I
anyway,
fucking hate injuries, man.
they suck.
It's the
They
worst.
do. They do.
Good to see somebody not able to play.
Especially in basketball, even more so, unless it's like the quarterback in football, something like that. But in basketball, you lose a guy like that,
I just hate it because you always what if.
it changes everything.
Like
You
when you
can
think
lose-
back on teams and you're just like, man, what if this guy hadn't gotten hurt?
What if this guy hadn't gotten hurt?
I feel for those guys.
You lose anyone in the starting five where they're playing hurt. I'm telling you, the advantage
Changes your team.
changes everything. Because that guy's in the starting lineup for a reason. They're the only other guys that are better are already on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's hard to lose a guy like that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can go back through history and give you the names. It's a long list of guys that played hurt or couldn't play, and they weren't 100%, and it cost them dearly.
Right.
So,
and that's why the few times when a team does lose somebody and they still break through, it's epic.
like Game 2 in Boston.
You mean Miami?
Miami?
No. I'm talking about
Epic.
like
They hit 23 threes. They broke the postseason record for a team. Of all teams, the fucking Miami
I'm
did
saying
that.
when I said breakthrough, I meant like win it all.
Oh.
So like the times when a backup has won it, like Foles,
Yeah.
like.
But that's a one-game scenario. In basketball, that doesn't happen because it's the best of 7. Usually, when that team, they don't win that series.
Yeah.
They don't win it because it's a series. If it was
Has
one
anybody-
game, maybe.
Yeah.
A series? No. No.
Yeah.
Not assuming that team's at full strength.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But definitely in football, the one-game scenario, that can happen. Sure.
Yeah.
So, because again, there's so many other parts to it. Mm-hmm. Again, if it's not the
So
quarterback,
there are no basketball examples of that happening.
where what?
Where like
Won a series, missing.
somebody goes down and a team still wins the championship. I mean, I guess it'd be hard to pull that.
Not an entire series. Maybe a game, but not a whole 7-game series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when
I don't know.
was it Bernard King that got Willis Reed?
Willis Reed played.
That was one game.
Yeah,
right.
He played.
He
missed
took
the
2
game
shots
before.
and then got off.
He scored 2 baskets.
Yeah, but then he got off the court. He didn't really play.
He didn't play it all the rest of the game.
No, he came in. I think he hit his first 2 shots, and they pulled him because he really couldn't move.
Couldn't move. Oh, I saw the time.
But he
couldn't.
set the fucking tone, and then they were like, all right, and then the Knicks just
Boat race, the fake show.
just boat race.
Bend him over. No, it's on me. So actually, it's
How
gotta
did
be
we
on
get
you.
here?
We were talking about the epic performances
Oh,
of Kyrie Irving and James Harden
Harden.
today, who I'm
call.
giving them, I'm being fair. So for all the times that these two showed up today, and they showed up when both their teams needed them most. And neither one of them choked. One guy just got the ball at the end. It's just, so.
Well, I have to say, I'm pretty shocked that the Clippers showed up. Because, remember we were talking about their
And
performance?
Kawhi didn't play. He did not play.
I think that's good.
Yeah,
because he was kind of wandering out there the last game.
He can't. He's not there.
And every night, like, he still would make good plays, but then even like going back to the bench, you could just tell he wasn't comfortable.
Yeah, it's.
And remember, we were talking about how they were yelling at each other. They weren't rotating properly on offense, and
they weren't.
They just seemed like it was like they didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
to have that bounce back performance,
it was. I'm telling you, and
that's shocking.
And same thing with the fake show. After that whole way game 3 ended, then they come out in game 4 and play. And that kid Russell, 21 points. He stepped up.
Did he address what happened? Did anybody ask him about it?
I don't know. I didn't see anything on it. I couldn't believe they. Here's the thing about this series.
Oh, great play!
I would never say this if I didn't have this stat. Okay, but here's the thing about this LA Denver series.
Yeah.
LA should be up at least 3-1, or it should be over. Okay.
That's a good point.
In 5 games now, 4 games now, the Denver Nuggets have led for a total, this is over 4 games, of 36 minutes. Okay? So if you think about this, 36 minutes is 3 quarters. Okay? They have played 4 games. Okay? That's 16 quarters. So that means in 13 of the 16 quarters, LA outplayed Denver. And they're down 3-1.
Yeah.
So if I'm Darvin Ham, I hope someone is getting him that stat. Because if I go into Game 5 knowing that, I ain't fucking afraid of these guys. They've had double-digit leads in all 4 fucking games.
They're beatable.
They're very beatable. It's just don't choke at the end. Last night, they didn't poop their pants. They kept attacking, didn't take their foot off the gas. They never stopped. They beat them until they quit.
Yeah.
So there's
no reason they should poop their pants.
And Anthony Davis did it again. I mean, 25 points, 23 rebounds.
That's big.
That's Bill Russell shit.
23 rebounds.
That's Bill Russell shit. 25 and 23. Like,
were we eating when this game was happening? Is that what?
Well, we were eating.
God, I didn't see anything on this game.
No, it was on.
Oh, that's right. I remember us looking at it.
Yeah, we looked at it, but we weren't really paying attention. Yeah. I kept because Lawton's a Laker guy.
Yeah.
I kept telling him, like, I don't want to jinx you, so don't look. He's like, what? He's looking like
Lakers are up 10.
Yeah. So I mean, kudos to them. And if I'm Darvin Ham, that's the stat I am throwing in their face, and going, don't be afraid of these fuckers. The only reason they're ahead because of you, not because of anything they're doing. Close the fucking deal. Win Game 5, and then watch what happens. Those guys will poop their pants. I mean, think about that. 36 minutes. In 4 games?
They've dominated the series and lost. 3 of the games.
It's unfucking believable. So that's what the Lakers need to do. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. Segment 2, we'll talk. Hey, Mets bounced back today, and the Red Sox ended up taking just a walk-off in the 9, took 2 out of 3 from the second place Cubs in the NL Central, playing pretty well. So that was a better bounce. Yeah, they blew a 4-0 lead. Wasted a quality start, but
they got the
and Rafael Devers contributed. He had a big two-bagger single that moved the runner to third base to set the game winner up. In the 9th, it was the second of that. He's now up to 270. So he's climbing the ladder. But we'll talk about that in segment 2. Plus Mets big win today after we bounce back. We'll give you the updated status of the Major League circuit. And final thoughts on the draft. We will give you this result. They had some good draft picks on day 3, so we'll go through that as well. But it's an hour and 15 minutes until that day that changed the world forever.
Your birthday.
That day. The day the earth stood still.
And walked with a limp ever since.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. Anyway, segment 2 coming right up.
Fucking back.